everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into Double Dragon Revive, a game that tries to punch nostalgia right in the face, in the best and worst ways possible. So, here are 5 things I loved and 5 things I hated about Double Dragon Revive. Before we get started, make sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our gaming deep dives. Things I loved. Let's start with the positives, because, hey, this game isn't all bad. Character variety. One thing I genuinely loved was the range of characters. Each fighter brings their own unique flair, with distinct movesets that make them feel like more than just palette swaps. Whether you prefer the classic Lee brothers or newer faces, there's something fun about experimenting with combos and playstyles. This variety keeps the game fresh and encourages replaying levels just to see how different fighters handle the same fights. Nostalgic atmosphere. This game nails the nostalgic vibe. From the gritty city streets to the retro synth soundtrack, Double Dragon Revive pays homage to its roots. It's got that classic arcade flavor that reminds you of popping tokens into a machine at your local gaming zone. You can really feel how the developers poured love into recreating that old-school charm. Boss battles. Boss fights in Revive are another highlight. They're not just damage sponges. Each boss has personality, fun mechanics, and sometimes even stage hazards that make things chaotic in a good way. The creativity in these encounters really stands out. You'll have a blast trying to learn patterns and adapting to each fight. Co-op play experience. Of course, Double Dragon has always been about teaming up, and Revive delivers on that. Couch co-op feels exactly like those good old arcade days when you and your friend would button mash your way through waves of thugs. There's just something special about yelling at your buddy for stealing the health pickup again. Replayability. Finally, replayability gets a huge thumbs up. There's plenty of unlockable content and reasons to come back. From new characters to fun challenges, and unlocking everything makes you want to keep grinding. It's the kind of game where, even after beating it once, you find yourself diving back in just to try new builds or test different combos. Things I hated. Now let's talk about the stuff that made me want to throw my controller across the room. Sluggish combat. First up, the combat feels slow, like painfully slow. The fights lack that punchy energy we expect from a brawler. Hits don't feel satisfying, movement feels heavy, and sometimes it's like you're fighting underwater. For a game that's supposed to be fast-paced, this is a big letdown. Clunky controls. The controls are another sore spot. Movement feels stiff, dodging doesn't always register, and hit detection can be frustrating. You'll often swing at enemies who seem right in front of you, only to hit thin air. It breaks the rhythm of combat and turns what should be a smooth fight into a clumsy dance. Visual blandness. For a modern revival, the visuals don't quite pop. The environments look flat, and character models lack the energy of their retro counterparts. The visuals fail to stand out compared to other beat-em-ups released recently. You'd expect more style or at least some visual flair, but everything feels a little too safe. It's not ugly, just unremarkable, which almost feels worse. Imbalanced weapon system. Now let's talk about the weapons, or should I say, overpowered chaos tools. Throwables, in particular, can absolutely wreck bosses in seconds. One well-aimed throw could cheese entire fights. It's funny at first, but after a while, it ruins the challenge. Balance goes out the window, and the game becomes less about skill and more about hoarding the right weapon. Frustrating difficulty spikes. Finally, the biggest headache. Those wild difficulty jumps. One moment you're breezing through stages, the next you're stuck on a boss that feels way overtuned. And the Chapter 7 boss is a particular nightmare. Trust me, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you play. That fight made me question my life choices. It's not challenging in a fun way, just inconsistent and punishing. Marvelous verdict. So that's my breakdown of Double Dragon Revive. A nostalgic revival that hits some highs, but also stumbles hard. It's fun in bursts, especially with friends, but it's far from a flawless comeback. What about you guys? Have you played Revive yet? And what did you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a fellow retro gamer. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.